Right. Hello again. The network, as you saw earlier on in Lagos, was not in Lagos, in Abuja was a problem. Um, and I'm trying to do this as much as I can, as best as I can. So beg your pardon. I'm going to try and see if we will come back on. I'm going to try and see if we can add Mr. President straight away because he said to give him 5 minutes. It may be possible that we can talk for a few minutes, at least before he boards the plane. I just wanted to. The network was a problem. We couldn't really hear him properly, and people were complaining about that. So I'm trying to give him an opportunity to join us again. Let's see if that's possible. In the meantime, what I will say is on the 9th of November, Omoyele Sowore, President Omoyele Sowore, our president, come February 16, 2019, will be in Manchester. He will be in Manchester live, and we would like people to please join us. And actually, if you're in Manchester, in the UK, and you can join us, that would be great. We have got the tickets. You can get the tickets on Eventbrite. I'm wearing the T-shirt that we wore at the May 5th of 12th of May event in London. But there will be T-shirts available for the event, and that's in print at the minute for the November event. So you can get the tickets, the T-shirt for the AAC. It'll have the AAC logo on it as well, and it's in black. So you will have that on the day. You saw me speak to President Omoyele Sowore earlier on. You know, we were trying to we were having a meaningful discussion, but unfortunately the network did not allow us to continue that interview for much longer. We tried as much as we could. You will see in the earlier on we were talking. He came off. He came back on. He's back on now. Let me see if I can add him. If that will make things work, let me add him now. I'm doing this on the fly, if you like. So forgive me if the picture's a little bit jerky.
This is now.
Hello, hi.
All right. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello. I know it's sideways, but don't worry. It's. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes. So.
Okay. How am I situated?
You're lying sideways, and you should.
Okay. Maybe I should go this way.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. You're in the right direction. That's it. Go up.
Okay.
That's better. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Do you have it right now?
I can hear you much better now.
All right. So we have to change devices. But
yeah, I understand.
You just have to bear with us because we're at the airport, and so we might be losing you in and out.
I understand. Please, I'd like you to just take this opportunity to tell Nigerians about the 9th of November event in Manchester, and just sort of get them aware of it. If you could do that.
Yes, go ahead.
9th of November. Can you talk about the 9th?
So like I said before, we'll be in Manchester. I'm really looking forward to it because the invitation to Manchester came mostly from volunteers.
Yes.
We've been bombarded since we traveled to London for that town hall meeting to come to Manchester. So we're looking forward to a great meeting out there, a fundraiser. So the invitation came from professionals who said they want us to come and they want to donate, they want to ask questions, they want to contribute ideas. Because each time we go out there to do these town hall meetings and do fundraisers, we also get a lot of ideas from Nigerians, fantastic ideas.
Yeah. Very, very much so, fantastic. And we are, I said earlier on, I am part of the people organizing the one in Chester. So we things are progressing quite well. We've got an event. I've posted on the link. I would like people to join, download the Eventbrite and buy the ticket. And we've got T-shirts going. In fact, I'll put the now, Mr. President, just to carry on with our discussion earlier on, we were talking about the 1,000 naira or 20,000 naira that the government is offering to low-paid workers in Nigeria. In contrast to the 13.5 million naira, these looters that we call senators getting. I'd like you to just talk a little more about that to us, please, and for why people must vote for the AAC.
You know, it's almost unconscionable. It's the crime against workers. My heart is even bleeding more because the labor movement in Nigeria somehow are not helping matters by going for peanuts when they could actually go for what is desirable for workers. See, now they're negotiating for 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira is not going to solve the problem. It's not going to take us anywhere. It's not going to bring our productivity level to the standard that we want. In fact, even 100,000 naira is nothing, honestly, compared to most of those of you who are watching and listening to this probably can make 100,000 naira in one day, you know, because that's $300. There are doctors, professionals who are Nigerians working out there who can make that per hour.
Exactly.
So and you expect a family of four or two or even a single family or even a single person, an unmarried worker to earn that kind of money and you expect them to survive. You don't want them to be corrupt. You don't want them to ask for kickbacks or handouts. You don't want them to turn beggars. You have to eliminate the conditions that make people beg or make them ask for kickbacks. And you have to also use it to elevate the dignity of these people, you know. I mean, these people have to go to the market that our senators are going to, but they have less purchasing power, and because there's no purchasing power, there is no way to jumpstart the economy with small business. But what you do if they were to have 100,000 is that if you can pay the 100,000 monthly, they will have purchasing power to purchase things that could jumpstart small business.
Indeed.
When a senator makes 14 million naira, they don't stay in Nigeria to spend it.
No.
They go to the club to buy champagne, they travel abroad. So the money is taken out. It's capital flights without kind of irresponsible allowance. But when you give workers minimum wage that is also living wage, you immediately get, you immediately get economic job started because the investment by workers who are earning 100,000 is usually done within Nigeria. It's used to send their children to Nigerian school, used in, buying things at a local market, buy shoes, clothes that help small businesses to grow. And this is the argument I've made. It's a very simple economic argument. There's nothing highfalutin about it. The argument about, the argument about inflation is rubbish. They know it. Nobody has been able to defend it. But when you are talking, people just repeat what they hear from all these pseudo economists who claim that they know better than the rest of us.
Yes. Many Nigerians and end up doing cleaning, end up doing cleaning job.
You need to repeat that question because I can't hear that. Can you repeat that question, please?
One of the problems that we have in Nigeria is that many of our children, when they end up getting the qualifications, the degree or qualification, a doctor or lawyer, they end up leaving Nigeria and going to work in other countries as a porter, as a cleaner, as a cook, as all of this stuff, despite the fact that they have that qualification. And that for me is a real shame. That for me, it highlights this issue of the people. This is a body announcement
requesting our church messengers of the service. What I heard you saying is that a lot of Nigerians, when they get their degrees from here, they go to other countries to do menial jobs.
That's it.
That don't tally with their level of qualification. All of us have done it before. But you can't blame these young people. You have to blame Nigerian leaders who don't create the objective conditions or the enabling environment for them to, use their skills and talents at home. Yes. That is why you see the only things we have working for us, Nollywood, entertainment, were created by young people. They had degrees, but they had to apply it somewhere. You overheard a minister the other saying that his tailor is a doctor.
Yeah.
That is the kind of country that they want. That's the country they build. You see, I have said it, and I'm repeating it to you here. Our leaders, the current Nigerian leader, I can't call them our leaders. The current Nigerian leaders are run out of ideas. But unfortunately, they have not run out of tricks yet. What they have working for them are, tricks. They are tricking us to vote for them, tricking us with money, candies, and they've not run out of, but they've run out of ideas. They have nothing else to offer. You can't offer what you don't have.
Yeah.
So when you see a minister of health asking doctors to go and become tailors,
Yeah.
you saw the minister of communication who once told me that I'm inconsequential.
Yeah.
That nobody ever heard my name. Those are the kind of characters running. You heard the president himself claiming that Nigerian youths are lazy.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why they are traveling abroad. Instead of looking at how to bring back those young people who have gone to acquire skills out there at better degrees, better exposure.
Yeah.
But the solution is not to keep voting for these same characters.
No.
Now we have an opportunity to stay away from them, to steer our ship away from them. Like I said, we need to change the driver. The person on the driver's seat are incapable of taking Nigeria to the next level. They don't have the skills, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the exposure, they don't have the character, they don't have the capability, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the stamina.
Indeed.
To take Nigeria. Nigeria is an energetic country. It has 198 million people, and everybody in Nigeria has got an opinion.
Yeah.
They've got something they want to add to us. They have something they want to give, but they have no way to give it because the space for doing good has been shut down by these very wicked and evil leaders. And I can use the word evil because today is Sunday, so people can understand what we're talking about.
Yes, I agree. I wanted you to just talk to us about the role of our government in literally, actually, I mean, it's the same thing, really. Our government has been engaged in impoverishing Nigerians deliberately. And what can we do as people to get out of this? I mean, we need Nigerians to be aware that AAC really is the party that to take them out of this poverty that has been placed by both APC and PDP. We see what Atiku looted money and is coming back to say he wants to be our president. And he's using the money to fund his universities. How can Nigerians need to wake up? Can you try and talk on that?
Yeah. Trust me, I have to tell you that the articulation they are doing is exactly the reason why leaders impoverish Nigerians. I'm sure that Atiku and his coterie of schemers are somewhere up there laughing at us. They're laughing. Look, I don't think they can find better species of human beings to manipulate as they're doing now. They must be wondering why Nigerians are so easy to manage and manipulate, how so many people are so gullible. Some of the people who are articulating are people with masters, some of them are PhD holders, but the poverty they visited on Nigeria is not only poverty of food. No. They visited poverty of ideas, poverty of education, poverty of conviction. Yes. When you are denied when you are stripped of your humanity, sometimes the degree doesn't matter, because there's a difference between literacy and education. Yeah. So wherever they provided schools, they provided no education. They just help people to get barely literate, so that you can run back to them when you're broke. You may think about it. The guys who are making it in Nigeria are the people who destroy the country. Yes. In fact, the people who are living long in Nigeria, people who have longevity in this country are the people who destroy the country. Indeed. Wonder, you probably have friends who died in their 40s, and you wonder they're good people. Sadly. But you still have the bad guys. They're living long, they're living large in this country. Some of them are in their 80s, 90s. Look at Buhari, he's 75. Network might go. I think it's a network, like you said. So if it just goes, please bear with me. Carry on. So it's the way it is. Until we change the leadership, until we all bond together and put an end to this kind of miserable leadership, wicked leadership, our condition will not change. I've just been told that our flight is about to take off to Lagos. Listen, thank you very much. We will. You all had, please. I really appreciate coming on this show. Yeah. And I plan to be back. I plan to be back here very soon. As maybe when we get to Lagos, we can squeeze in another 30 minutes, that would be great. Because I see a lot of interest, I see questions. Don't let me go without thanking our supporters and followers. They're doing a fantastic job. They're raising the bar even for engagement and conversation.
Indeed.
The people who came with articulated are suffering bloody noses now because of good people like you out there who are making the argument for a generational change.
Yes.
And those who are making the argument for leaders with integrity. And not these scammers, and corrupt thieves who have hijacked our future. You know, I have nothing but,
indeed,
terrible attitude towards this guy. So I apologize to those of you who think I'm arrogant because I'm confident that it's not arrogant.
No,
I cannot respect my oppressors. It's not possible.
Indeed.
You must define your enemies, and my first enemy is my oppressor.
Exactly.
So and I hope the rest of you will do the same until we see on the other side.
Right.
Have a nice afternoon.
I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much. Please just give us. Can you give us the number for the for Zenith Bank account, please, for people to donate?
Oh, the Zenith Bank account again is 1000602 3871. 1000602 3871. You can contribute to us there, or you can give us funding or support on GoFundMe. And we have to thank people who have been supporting us ceaselessly to ensure that we take our country back. Thank you.
And we're looking forward to see you on the 9th of November in Manchester and in London and other places as well.
Can't wait. And just so you know, if you're in Australia, we're heading to Australia this week.
Fantastic. Listen.
And we will start campaigning big time on November 18th, starting from around November 18th.
Oh, fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
Great news. Listen,
thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll try and see if we can meet you on the other side in Lagos. So when you get back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice afternoon, nice days. You know, it's about 5 minutes to noon here.
Okay.
So
same here.
Let me just say good afternoon in advance.
Good afternoon. Talk to you later. Yeah. Take care now, President. Bye now. Bye. So I'm gonna drop it. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from the horse's mouth right there. He's about to take a flight from Lagos and from Abuja to Lagos. We might see him later on. I might be able to get in touch with him later on. Principally, the reason why I did this broadcast was to promote the 9th of November in Manchester and also the 11th. I think there's about the 10th and 11th of November in London. So those dates, they will have the details. And Garcia, thank you very much. I'm going to pin that. I will pin that there so people can donate. But what I'd like people to do, if you have friends in Manchester, what I'd like you to do, please encourage them to go and join, to come to Manchester, to come and see President Omoyele Sowore live in Manchester. He will be live in Manchester. Let me see if I can get the details. I think it's Almeida restaurant. I think it is. It's a nice, very nice place. I'll get the links. I'll put it up later on. I think I've put the link on here. Let me see if I can do this here. I beg your pardon. I'll see if I can put it on there. Right. So yeah, I've got the event on Eventbrite, and I've put the link on here. And what I'd like people to do is to join. To please share it. Share it. Robinson, I'm not sure when it's coming to Houston, but when it comes later on, please do come on and ask questions. He said we should try and call him in about another hour or so. When he lands in Lagos, because he's actually in Abuja now, flying back to Lagos. And the last few days he had a bit of a flu, so you can hear in his voice is a little bit, just a little bit of, but that's fine. To be expected for a man that's been busy, active, running around and trying to mobilize people. He was in Abuja trying to do the nomination papers for a group of people, so that's why he was there. What I'd like Nigerians to do, let's not be silent. We must know, we know the words now. It's AAC, take it back. Take it back, action. AAC, take it back. Take it back, action. And that we need the action on the ground in Nigeria, in the grassroots. And you know our man, Mr. President, has been going in the grassroots. He's been challenging everybody to wake up from their slumber, from our sleep. He's hard, yes, absolutely, Sam. He's hard-working guy. He never stops. He works for Nigerians. Anybody, do not mistake his confidence for arrogance. He is clear on what he wants to achieve. He is tired of Nigerians being cheated, being shortchanged by looters in power. And that is why he's standing up. And he's the man, never forget, he's the man that stood behind Abiola when they stole Abiola's mandate. He was there. And he's been fighting since that day. He saw that the injustice that the military brought on Nigerians and have done since that 1992 elections. The injustice continues. And he is here. President Omoyele Sowore, come February 16, 2019, he is here to take back our country. You know, thank you very much, my brother. And what I'd like to say to Nigerians, do not be silent. Like Nicholas Okwadri, AAC action. AAC take it back. Take it back action. AAC take it back. Take it back action. We want action from every Nigerian. If you're watching this, I want you to share it. I want you to talk to your friends about it. I want you to keep AAC in the consciousness of Nigerians, because this is the only party, as you can know, it is the only party. All right, somebody says it's visiting Dallas and UK tour, but no specific date. Okay, fantastic. So he's the only man, and AAC is the only party that is willing to fight for Nigerians. He has come up with a proposal whereby he will pay average workers 100,000 naira. Now we know that there are billions. There was 60 billion that was lost to oil. $60 billion. And he said we could take 1 billion of that and actually use that to fund this. Just that alone. And that is just one area. There are so many areas. We've got so many leakages in our system. And to make things worse, many Nigerians get qualifications. I was talking to Malaron. Many Nigerians have got qualifications. Doctors, lawyers, solicitors, scientists, you name it. And we end up as cleaners in foreign countries. And that's because we don't know our rights. Now, I am going to bring my subject. I was going to talk to him about the issue of citizens' rights, which is our constitution. It is important that we know our constitution. This is my own personal belief now that I'm bringing here, and it has a role to play. Each and every Nigerian watching me now, I'm urging you, if you don't know your constitution, now is the time for you to download the constitution. I will share it on this link and read it, share it, wake our people up, because these people are in power. These people in power, Buhari and Atiku, they bank on Nigerians not knowing our rights. What good is being a qualified doctor or lawyer and a solicitor or an accountant? What good is any of that if you do not have if you don't know your right as a citizen of Nigeria? We are going to go to foreign countries and ask for them to give us rights. Yet our own government will not give us our rights in our own country. What kind of madness is that? So Nigerians, I want us to be very conscious of our actions here. AAC is the party and Sowore is our man. AAC is the party and Sowore is our man. Sowore is our man. We are coming to take our country back from this bunch of looters who have impoverished the lives of millions of Nigerians. And they do not have one conscience, 1 ounce of conscience in their mind. And every Nigerian that's hearing me now, you should be very, very, very clear in your reason why you are supporting Sowore. We are supporting Sowore because we are coming to take our country back from this bunch of looters. And we must all get behind Sowore. Each and every one of us, we need to get behind Sowore. Make sure that we see him as our next president. And we can vote in as many of the AAC candidates are coming behind him. From the senators to the House of Reps to House of Assembly. All of them, we need to get behind it. We need a whole army of AAC take it back supporters behind him, so that we can really stand firm and take our country back from this bunch of looters. We are tired of failed governance. We are tired of the likes of Atiku taking our money, building universities, then asking us to pay money for the same university, and then to run this university. He comes back into our government to take money to now continue running, and he's telling us he's working for Nigerian people. He's not. He's not working for Nigerian people. So Nigerians, I want you all to, yes, Michael Femi, with a revolution. So where is our man? Sowore is our man. Sowore is our man. Sowore is our man. That's what I'm saying. Yes, John Peter, donate. We need to do this. I will sing this If I have to sing, I will sing. If I have to dance, I will dance. I want people to understand this is not a game. We are here to take back our country, and we need to get behind Sowore. This is not a joke. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I want Nigerians to understand this is not a game. If we are going to build a better country, if we want 24/7 electricity in Nigeria, this is the man that's got a plan for it. He's got something called Spicer Heat, and I'm going to spell it out to you. Security, power, industry, corruption, economy, restructuring, health, education, agriculture, and finally, tourism. That's what Spicer Heat means. Understand that. That's Spicer Heat, and that's the plan he's got in place. And I'm telling you all now, Nigerians, if you're serious about taking your country back, you will get behind Omoyele Sowore, and you will join hands. Because it's not a job that one man can do on his own. But I mean, but also on top of this, I'm asking you as a Nigerian, do you know your constitution? Do you know it? Because if you don't know it, then you can't hold the government to account. Section 15.3a states that it's the duty of the government to provide facilities to ensure the free movement of goods, services, and people across the Federation. Section 15.3a. Go and look at it. And I want you to be aware of that as a Nigerian. You need to know that fact, because when you know that fact, you can go and hold those who are in power now, the senators, the House of Reps, even the government ministers. You can tell them Section 15.3a tells me that you owe us a duty of responsibility to provide facilities to ensure the free movement of goods, services, and people across the Federation. Why is it not happening? We don't want to hear a story from you. We need to be holding them to account. We need to be holding them to account. And this is what I'm saying. That's why Spicer Heat. If anybody says to you, what is Sowore is about, just tell them Spicer Heat and quote the 10-point plan like I just did right there. The passion of the man is real. He's here to take our country back. I'm urging Nigerians to join me. Join Sowore. Now, and let's really work together. As long as you are in that geographical location called Nigeria, then you need to know your rights. You have the right to vote. You have the right to have infrastructure that will make your lives easier. Currently, they are telling you to pray. These people, they will tell you, oh yeah, let's pray. Let's pray. We are tired of their prayers. We want action. And so Sowore is the man with the action. That is why he says, AAC, take it back. Take it back, action. Take it back, action. And that is what it is all about. So Nigerians, please, I am really grateful for you all joining me this morning. I've been away for a week because they blocked me on Facebook, but that's fine. All I'm saying to you right now, on the 9th of November, Sowore is going to be in Manchester. And I'll put the details on here. As many people who are in London, if you are watching me, join us. Join us. Come down, support him, donate. I put the account number on here. The Denny bank account for Nigeria is in Nigeria is 10060238871. That's the Sowore account. We can put some money in, donate. He's coming for the fundraiser here to donate to get some money here. We have no godfathers. We are the rescue. We're the people behind Sowore. The £1, the £5, the 2,000 naira, the 10,000 naira, the 20,000 naira, the 20,000 naira that we give is what he uses to maintain and further his campaign. And if you have properties that you want that you can use as a headquarters in your state, please donate it. If you can do t-shirts, please donate it. If you can do posters, please donate it. We need action. We need, good afternoon, Frank Bello. Thank you very much, my brother, for joining. We need proper action from Nigerians. We need you all to get behind this man. We cannot be silent. The people in power have demonstrated to us in no unequivocal terms that they are incapable, unwilling, and indeed they are callous in enslaving their own people. They are enslaving their own people, and they're even using the current constitution, which is not favorable to Nigerians, to enslave Nigerians yet still. Just in the sake of for the sake of them to put a few bucks in their own pocket. As long as Nigerians are suffering, they couldn't care less. So Sowore is not about that. So Sowore is about seeing a Nigeria that works. He wants to see industry flourish in Nigeria. He wants to see electricity in Nigeria. He wants to see good roads in Nigeria. He wants to see good schools in Nigeria. He wants to see good hospitals in Nigeria. He wants to see good research and development sections in our universities in Nigeria. It's all about Nigeria. We are all going out to all these foreign countries to get a better life when we could have so much more in Nigeria. We could have so much more right there in Nigeria. But because we are busy studying and we've been told to pray, we're not looking at our constitutional rights and we're not demanding those constitutional rights. So I am here as a citizen AY. I'm here and I hold a discussion every Thursday whereby I talk purely about our constitution, because we need to be aware, to make Nigerians aware of their rights and to start demanding it. There's no point having all these qualifications if you do not know how you demand your right to use those qualifications. There's no point. So I'm saying to you as a Nigerian that's passionate about seeing a better Nigeria.